Hi Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 1st to the 15th, 2025 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, danehartguidedmessages.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Ooh. Okay, you get a bonus card. Lucky you, Capricorn. All right, so give me a moment. At the heart of it all, is the Page of Swords. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is a fantastic time for learning, for taking things in, for understanding things on a different level, a deeper level, but also to be more connected with what you want, like what you're seeking. You're going to have certain ideas come up or things come up where you're like, wow, I haven't thought about this in a forever, or, I haven't let myself dream like this or laugh like this or look at things like this in such a long time, because you're connecting with the student energy, with the child energy of discovery and insight and the whys and the how comes of it all. And that's going to be rather exciting. But you're also going to be really, really good at learning, at asking questions to get people to open up more deeply and more intuitively. And so that's going to be a really powerful thing. And that's the current situation around this time for you here, Capricorn. Now, the challenge is the Eight of Cups, means that something is ending, right? This is an ending as severe as a divorce, but it's also learning how to choose you, how to say, this is what I want. This is how I'm moving forward. Now, the ending that's as severe as a divorce, it can be an ending of an idea of something. It can be an ending of pain, of suffering, of hurt, of disappointment. It can be an ending of a job. It doesn't matter what it is that is ending. It is changing the way that you view yourself, the way that you view yourself walking in this world. And you're learning how to say, but this is what I want. And the challenge is to say, this is what I want. There's going to be a little bit of, it's over, it's ended, I'm just running away. Like I'll just go, and I'll get on the train or I'll get on a plane and I'll just go, type of thing. Or just that feeling, even if you can't do it, if you're like, gosh darn it, I'm stuck here, but I just want to go. I just want to be somewhere different. So it moves us then to where we need to focus. And this is the Page of Cups. So we have now two page energy, student energy coming forward. The Page of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So right now, at the center of us during this time, right, we have the mind and now we have the heart. So emotionally is going to be how we react to the world at this point in time, which Capricorn, sometimes that can make us uncomfortable. We're earth sign energy. We like things grounded. We like things rooted in ideas and thoughts and logic. So coming to things intuitively can feel wishy-washy. It can feel like, okay, but what's the facts to back it all up? And here what's going to be the challenge in the first part of June is going to be to say, but this is what my heart feels like. This is what I need from myself at this moment. Or even just to say, okay, that feeling, now that I've gone to sleep and I've woken up, that feeling wasn't necessarily the right way, but it stems from a truth. It stems from something within me that needed to react at that moment, at that time. So here with the Page of Cups, you're going to find inspiration in the most unlikely of places. So the need to focus is going to be keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, keep your heart opened. Let yourself ask questions. Let yourself dive deeper into things. Do not be afraid not to know. Even if you don't need to let everybody know that you don't know, do not be afraid to dive deeper into something and say, why do I feel drawn to this? Or, wow, why is this so fascinating to me? Type of deal. Now, the energy that is leaving us is the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is feeling like I have to fight, right? I have to have myself ready. I have to defend what is mine. I have to be ready to fight. And that's a very draining energy. So I'm very happy to see that moving on, being like, okay, we're done with this part. Like, we all need to be in that energy at one point or another in our lives. Sometimes for good reason, right? We're defending something that's very important and we need to fight for it. For other times, it's, this sense of proving something to ourselves, or it's just our nervous system is so overwhelmed. So here with the Seven of Wands, being able to release, being able to center ourselves, that is going to be just the most beautiful thing. And also to look at the battles that we have been through that have made us feel like, a clenched fist, which this is exhausting, right? I've just done this for a little bit and now I want to shake out my hand and be like, oh, okay, that's done. And that's what we're going to feel like. We're going to have that deep exhale and that sense of, okay, that's done. That's over now. So not bringing that energy back into our present. Now, our strength during this time, is the Ten of Swords. It's the rebirth. The Ten of Swords in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is a person laying flat on the ground with 10 swords stabbed into them. It can also be overkill, right? Our strength during this time is also to come at things from all different angles, from all different understandings, and be able to conquer, to achieve, to keep going, right? So that can be something that we're very good at during this time, but it's also going to be something, Capricorn, very draining, very draining. We don't want to, fall into that energy too much. The 10 of Swords is, a completion of a cycle when it comes to the mind, when it comes to understanding. It is a rebirth of ourselves, of ideas. It's also a freeing of ourselves from the negativity that others have given us, or, the negative words, the negative energies that we have held onto. And as we release, we see ourselves move forward. And then that brings us to our near future, which is the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is healing, beautiful love. The Three of Cups is the people who celebrate us, who love us, who raise their glass to us, who, embrace laughter and joy with us. So that energy, absolutely, absolutely beautiful. It moves us then to the advice. And the advice here is the Five of Cups. Change your mind and change your life. All right. There are going to be things that go wrong. There are always going to be things that go wrong, that don't go exactly our way. Here with the Five of Cups, it's 3 cups that are spilt on the ground in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and it's 2 cups that are standing. The 2 cups, healing, beautiful love. The 2 cups are that connection of the sacred masculine, sacred feminine within ourselves. And it moves us forward in love, in honor, and in beauty of being. So here, what Spirit is saying, the advice for this time, look at things anew. And also count your wins way more than you count your failures, which is not something that we like to do as human beings. We like to beat ourselves up over everything that we didn't do perfectly. Take perfect out of your vocabulary and keep on moving forward. Keep on saying, you know what, did my best today, and I'll do my best again when I wake up. It moves us then to the environment. This is the Seven of Pentacles. It's an environment of patience. Now, Capricorn, we're actually really good at patience. So when an environment of patience comes in, as humans, we don't really like that. But as Saturn, we're ruled by Saturn energy. We're good at patience. We're good at, okay, how do I build this just right? But allowing yourself the grace to be patient and the power to not have the ego come in and want to take over, that's going to be a very, very important thing. It moves us then to our hopes and our fears. This is the Strength card. This is Leo energy. Time frame is July 23rd to August 22nd. And what we have here is this real sense of embracing our strength, embracing our power, but knowing that our strength and our power is not brute force. And that can be a tricky one, you know? So here we have a young woman walking next to a lion. That lion could easily take her down, right? But it is the strength of love and of care and of compassion and of mutual trust that moves this forward, that moves this relationship forward, that moves them forward. And what we're going to see in our lives, it is coming at things from a place of love and compassion that is going to open up the world to us instead of brute force, I will make you see it my way type of deal. The energy around our hopes and our fears, we can also have something going on with a Leo energy, right? We can want that to change, or we can want that to move forward in a certain way, coming to it with love. And it's not just love for the other person. It also has to be treating yourself with love and respect. So if that person isn't showing up for you the way your heart needs to be shown up for, then you need to say to yourself, okay, you know what? The strength here is walking for me. Walking forward for me. We don't have to abandon anybody. We don't have to, change our numbers or anything like that unless the person is really, really toxic. But walking forward in our strength and in our compassion is going to be really important. And it moves us to the outcome, which is the Ace of Swords. Now we take that gift because at the heart of us, we have the Page of Swords. So the Ace of Swords comes in. This is a gift from God, Source Spirit. However you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of knowledge, of strength of voice, of inquisitiveness, intuitiveness, of questions, insights, greater understandings. So you're cutting through doubts and fears, and you're seeing yourself move forward quite spectacularly. And the gift is going to be in your voice, in the way that you communicate, in the kind of like in the knowledge that you take in, but more in the way that you share that knowledge and you move forward in your intuitive, beautiful self. And it brings us then to the bonus card, which is the Chariot, which is Cancer energy. Time frame is June 21st to July 22nd. We're taking the reins and we're moving things forward. And that is going to be absolutely beautiful for you. So with the Chariot, you are taking control of chaotic emotions, chaotic energies, and you are moving forward in power, in intuition, in determination, and in focus. It brings us then to our energy here to be mindful of. Not mindful of, I do apologize. Our spirit message, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. This is the Crane. It says you will soon enter into a beneficial partnership. Luck and longevity blesses this union. Now, there is a reason why Spirit said, hey, be mindful, because there is going to be somebody that you're going to meet during this time that you're going to think, oh my gosh, like we click, they totally get me. But they're going to be a person of fights and of chaos. So just be mindful of that, because then the beneficial relationship will come in that's a lot calmer and a lot more aligned with what your soul is craving at this time. And it moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading. This is inner strength. This is the solar plexus chakra. And this is coming out of your shell. You're going to see that your gut is guiding you. Your intuition is leading you forward. And there's a lot of strength in you that you're tapping into that you didn't think you had. So here, listen to your gut. Be also very mindful of the food that you're feeding yourself, of the way that you're taking care of yourself and fueling your body. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And this is the Ace of Cups. This is the overflow of emotions. Now, it can also be, because this is a gift card, right? Aces are gift cards. This is God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing us a gift of love, of healing, of compassion, of beauty. And what we're going to see here with the Ace of Cups, that we can feel flooded by other people's emotions. Like we can be taking on too much. You know how little kids think, if something bad happened, it was my fault, right? Because their world is all based around them. And we can be doing a little bit of that during the first half of June. So just be mindful of it, because other people are in control and responsible for their own emotions. We we are to come to life as lovingly and compassionately as we can, but we need to remember they're in control, or they're in charge of. Maybe they're not in control, because the Chariot here can also be energies that are out of control of their emotions. So just be mindful about that during this time. You have the repeat of the number 7 3 times here. So truth is going to be very, very, very important to you. But you're also going to find, and this is the frustrating thing, is when 7 comes forward, we dive deeper into knowledge, we dive deeper into truth. But 7s also, are asking us, they're not asking us, but they kind of make a person be very honest, because you'll get called out on any lie during this time. And it can be really, really frustrating. It's like, okay, I was embellishing a little bit to make the story sound better. Why did you have to call me out? Or the person next to you will do something that was blatantly wrong, and yet you'll be told, oh, you didn't do that well enough, or oh, you fibbed on XYZ, because that's just going to be the way it goes. So just be mindful of this. And the repeat of the number 8 with the Strength card and the 8 of Cups here, what we're going to see is a very hardworking, dedicated number, but it can also, and especially with the Saturn energy, really lend us to overworking and being overly critical on ourselves. Our subconscious spirit message is the Oriole, and it says, a new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change, because it is. Because it is. There's a new way that's leading you forward. And then our subconscious chakra message is relationships. This is the sacral chakra. And this is going to be a real sense of, like, what relationships are sacred to you, what relationships are important to you, how are you seeing yourself move forward in what you love, in what you want, and how are you upholding the relationship that you have with yourself. And then our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Fool. It's like, don't just jump off the cliff, right? So here we're afraid of taking that leap of faith, because we're afraid that we haven't planned hard enough or well enough. But we're also afraid of being seen as a fool. So there's an energy here that's like, hey, don't just jump off the cliff. Don't just go for it. All right. But there's also going to be this point during the first half of June where you're like, I've planned enough. I've done this enough. I need to move me forward in this direction, in this way, in this love and in this honor. So that's going to be a very important thing too, to know when to jump and to stop listening to the outside noise. Okay? Because there's somebody who doesn't see you, and that's okay that they don't see you. You need to see you. Our subconscious spirit message is the Ace of Wands. Now you have the Ace of Swords, and you have the Ace of Wands. You have the Ace of Cups as a warning card, but you have 3 gifts coming forward, even though the emotional one can get a little tricky during this time. But divinity is walking with you, God, source, spirit, however you say it, however you see it. The Ace of Wands guides you forward in fire, in passion, in intuition. But there's this real sense of, my passion gets to come forward. You're going to find yourself subconsciously being like, but this is what I want to do, and this is what's so important to me. And there's a fire, a spice. There can also be a restlessness to you during this time, because there's a light illuminating the darkness that we can just not be listening to, or we can feel stuck around. So just be mindful about this, and make sure also that you are listening to your body, moving your body, and showing yourself grace. That's going to be a really important thing. All right, Capricorn, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of yourself. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Capricorn. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed first half of June. Bye.